If you guys have downloaded it, please send me a text message over here in this meeting so we can start. For those of you who just joined, please download the PowerPoint show in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so I guess many of you have downloaded, so we can start. Uh, you can either look at that or I'll also share my screen with you so you know which slide we are on. Okay, so in today's session, we are going to have a look at what the Capgemini recruitment process is about. And just a minute. Yeah, so you guys can see my screen, right? You can't see this PowerPoint presentation? I've presented my screen to you. Hold on. Can you see now? Yes. Okay, great. Fine. So in today's session, we're going to have a look at what the Capgemini recruitment process is about, and we'll concentrate on the essay part. So you'll get an idea on what kind of topics they ask you and how you're supposed to write the essay and how they score your essays. This PowerPoint presentation also contains a list of topics that they have asked in the previous years, so it will be quite useful for you. In terms of your attendance, I will take your attendance at the end of this session. So you don't have to send me your roll number or anything like that. I will take your attendance in the meeting here itself. Okay. So, okay, let's get started with the class. Um, one moment. Okay. So, as you can see in the first slide, the recruitment process has 3 rounds. Your first round is going to be your aptitude test. The entire exam is done on the computer. The company called CoCubes, which is a test preparation company, they conduct this test for Capgemini. So your aptitude test, your essay, everything is going to be on the computer. You need to type in the essay in their software. Okay. Uh, your aptitude test consists of 4 sections, as you can see. That is the first round. In your second round, you have your technical, that is programming related round. And in the third round and final round, it's the HR round. So as you can see, your CTC, that is the salary that you'll get is 3.8 lakhs per annum, and the job profile name is called software engineer analyst. Of course, it has a 2-year service agreement, but that's okay, I guess. If you go to the next slide, you can see that in the first round, that is aptitude test, it consists of 4 sections. The first 2 sections are quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning, which are together. You need to complete both in 50 minutes. So you have 16 questions each. That means 32 questions in total for 50 minutes. Then you have your essay, which is only one topic for half an hour. It is a 300-word essay, which you need to write in half an hour. And then finally, you have your pseudo coding, which is multiple choice questions, 20 numbers for again 30 minutes. So the kind of topics that you get, mostly they ask you topics which relate to latest news. So as you can see in the previous years, they have been asking about demonetization and a few more other topics which will come in the next few slides. But there's a high chance that you might get something related to COVID and this coronavirus that's going on right now. So pretty high chances for that. But you need to be up to date with the latest topics as such. Okay. As you can see, this essay writing is also called a Capgemini paragraph writing test, and the total score is for 10 marks, and you need to get at least 7 out of that to get through this test. Uh, if you see the next slide, as I said earlier, it says that a 300-word essay is required. So what they check for, what they expect is only simple English. There's no need to use long words or very tough words or anything like that. Make your sentences short and simple. Let us say 8, 10 words, 12 words at the max for a sentence. Because the grammar part is what they mainly look at in terms of spellings, punctuations, so many other grammatical factors that you need to keep in mind. Make short and simple sentences so your chances of making errors become low. Another important thing, as you can see over there, is paragraphs. Uh, this essay is nothing different than what you've done during school or college. Whatever you've been doing so far, it's the same. So normally in an essay, you have an introduction, body, and conclusion, minimum 3 paragraphs. Even the body can be divided into 2 or 3 paragraphs as required. Um, and in the next slide, if you can see, the quality of the content is what is really important. Uh, they do not score based on how much you have written as such. As I said, 300 words is the word limit. But then, the quality of the points, you need to have unique points in order to score high. So please do not repeat any previous point in different words. That's easily recognizable. Please don't do that. Um, these 4 topics that are mentioned over here are topics that were given in the um, previous 2 or 3 years. As you can see, hard work or talent, which is more important. The second one, they're asking you to compare knowledge gained with experience to knowledge gained from books. In the third one, they're talking about cloning. You would have heard about animal cloning. You would have heard about human cloning research. So this is purely based on that. And the final one is video games. I'm sure a lot of you play video games, but you do know that some of them are really violent. So they're asking you to write about how they affect children's minds in a negative manner. Next one, they're talking about this particular slide about the guidelines and the format is really, really important. So as I told you earlier, you need to have 3 paragraphs at least. Uh, in the introduction, you would write about what you're going to present in the essay. It's a forward or an intro to what you're going to write. And in the body, as it says, of course, your points of view will be there, but if you use some real-time evidence or facts to prove your points, that will be pretty useful in terms of scoring. And you can also use personal examples. If you have faced the situation earlier, you can use those examples to prove your points. And then finally, of course, you have your conclusion, which would be a summary of what you have written in the essay. But of course, it would be better if you can give some kind of a solution if there is a problem or anything like that. If you can give a solution in the end as a conclusion, it would be great. The most important again are your evaluation pointers, how they score your essays. As you can see, you need to have unique points of view. So the best way to write an essay would be like when you get your topic, immediately you get a lot of points in your mind, right? So at that point of time, note them down in a rough sheet. After that, you can number them. Let's say you have written down 10 or 12 points. At that point of time, write down those points, then put them in order. You can number them in the left. So you know how your flow is going to be. As it says, the second point is coherence. Coherence means flow of thought. So when you put your points in order from one sentence to the other or from one paragraph to the other, the flow should be smooth. That is, when a person is reading your essay, there should be continuation in the paragraphs or continuation in the sentences. Should be a smooth flow as such. So that's coherence, which is really important. In the third point, as you can see, it's the sentence structure. That is all aspects of grammar in terms of tenses, voice, as well as subject verb agreement. Everything related to grammar is important. So as I said earlier, please make sure you make small sentences, short and sweet, so your chances for making errors is very less. Then of course your spellings, in terms of punctuation, just stick with commas and full stops. Do not use semicolon, colon, uh, quotes, single quotes, double quotes. All that stuff is not required at all for an essay. Just use a comma or a full stop wherever required. When it comes to capitalization, you are supposed to put capitals for beginning of a sentence and for proper nouns only. What are proper nouns? They are names of people or names of places. So you need to put caps for India or name of any other country. You need to put capital for name of a person. And I've noticed when you want to highlight some kind of a word in your essay, I've seen some people put the entire word in caps. Please don't do that. In terms of grammar, it's wrong. Okay, you cannot highlight a word by capitalizing the entire word. That's absolutely wrong. Don't do that. Okay. And final point is repetition. As I said earlier, please don't take any other point and then change the words and try to write them again. You need to have unique points of view. Very, very important. Then in the next slide, you can see how they score and how your errors cost you. So if you have 0 or 1 error, then obviously, they don't cut. But then the more the errors, your points keep coming down. So you can go through this in detail later. The next slide is a beautiful way of writing an essay. There is a sample essay on how technology is connected people. So I'm not going to read the entire essay, or I'm not going to go through this in detail. I'm just going to give you an idea on what this guy has written. So in the first paragraph, see, you can see there are 5 paragraphs. So in the first paragraph, he has given an introduction. That is, in terms of technology, he has mentioned 3 points. One is he's going to talk about travel, how technology helps in traveling. Second point, he's talking about world and local news. And the last point, he's talking about how technology can be used in terms of education. So in the second paragraph, he starts off with the body. So what he's talking about over there, he's talking about travel. So he gives an example of GPS systems, how it makes travel easier. I'm sure many of you would have used GPS when you travel from one place to the other. In the next paragraph, he talks about how technology is used to convey world news, local news. And in the next paragraph, he talks about education, like how we are connecting right now using Google Meet, how teachers can teach online and how students can use technology to learn is mentioned over there. And in the final paragraph, he sums it up how technology has made people's lives easier. And he also says that in the future, there'll be a lot of technological innovations which will help in having a better life in the future, right? In the next two slides, you have a list of topics which they've already asked in Capgemini. Pretty useful. Please go through this and make sure that you can prepare on these essays as such. Okay. So that's about it for the presentation. Just hold on. Okay. So what I want you to do is you need to do an assignment. I have created an assignment in Moodle for this. I'll just send you the link and the details right now. Just hold on. Let me do that. Yeah, so I've sent you a text message in this meeting in the chat box. All you need to do is go into the normal LMS site in the Moodle, lms.savita.ac.in. In the aptitude general section, there is one assignment called 2020 Crash Course Capgemini Essay. Okay, and the topic is impact of social networking sites. So please upload this by end of today. Okay, by this evening, please make sure you upload this. That's all we need from you. Okay, so that's about it for the class today as such. So I just need to take your attendance. So I'm going to be calling out according to your roll number order. So please, everybody, do not switch on your mic immediately. When your turn comes, please switch it on and just present yourself, and then you can mute it again. Okay. So okay, let's number 67, Dinakaran. Is he there? Yes, sir. Okay. Dilli Babu. Yes, sir. Dinesh Kumar. Not there. Divyagar. Not there. Divya. Maunya. Present. Okay. Raju Krishna. Yogesh. Edward. Yogesh present. Okay. Edward Samuel. If you have given your attendance, please mute your mic. Edward Samuel not there. Elevarasan. Rupesh. Nitish Sai. Oh, okay. Sumant. Sai Sumant. Yes, sir. Present, sir. Okay. Charan Sai. Okay. Galla Charan. Not there. Ganesh T. Dinesh. Sure, sir. Okay. Anish. Sir. Okay. Goodwin. Okay. Gautami. Priyanka. Anupama Chaudhary. Okay. Sumana.
Yes, sir.
Hariharan. Okay. Harita.
Present, sir.
Hemalata. Hemavati. Manisha. Idris. Okay. Idris Ahmed. Ritvik. Vigneshwaran.
Present, sir.
Uh, Janani Priya.
Yes, sir.
Janani R.
Yes, sir.
Jahnavi. Okay. Pratik Reddy. Nandakumar. Okay. Jyotika.
Yes, sir.
Joy Pravina.
Present, sir.
Yashwant Reddy. Okay. Vaishali.
Present, sir.
Kamali. Kamali not there. Venkat Sai Prakash.
Yes, sir.
Karan.
Present, sir.
Karnam.
Susman. Present, sir.
Okay. Karthi. S. Karthik B. Okay. Karthikeyan. Okay. Karunya. Okay. Venkat Sashi Kumar Reddy. Okay. Kavya BS.
Present, sir.
Nandini.
Present, sir.
Kishore HK.
Yes, sir.
Kishore EL. Kishore M.
Sir. Kishorial present, sir.
EL present. Okay. Kishore Kumar R. Jashwant. Nikhil. Nagacharan.
Present, sir.
Kokila Priya.
Yes, sir.
Anil Naidu. Okay. Did I miss anyone? Okay, now you guys are sending me text messages. Jahnavi, okay. Kishore EL. Hold Kishore EL, okay. Hemalata. Hemalata present, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kishore M. Kishore M, okay. Priyanka Gautam. Priyanka, who? Priyanka, what is your number? Roll number. Not there, huh? Priyanka. Is it 89? So, Gautami. Okay. Jahnavi. Okay. That's all for today's session. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Please make sure that you upload the assignment by this evening. All right? Yeah. All right. Bye bye.